Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, wherever you are. On our podcast today, I've got with me one of our most recent clients. They are OCC 24/7. Have I said that right? 24/7 or is it 247? What do you guys prefer?
24/7 is perfect.
24/7.
Yeah. Congratulations.
Thank you. So 24/7, OCC 24/7. I've got here Francois and Elena from OCC 24/7, and I'm not going to steal any thunder. So I'll let you guys introduce yourselves and let me know what is it that you guys do. So let's start with Francois. Francois, could you please introduce yourself and OCC 247, please?
Okay, thank you, Amit. So first, you will see with my accent, I am French. I am co-founder of misterb&b, which is a vacation short-term rental website with 1 million users for LGBTQ plus around the world. I am based in Los Angeles, and I'm also, of course, advisor of OCC, and I'm working with Elena. Elena,
Okay,
maybe
yeah.
yes. Before I present OCC, yeah.
Yeah, sure. So hi, Amit. Hi, Francois. I'm Elena. I'm a Zendesk consultant with OCC. Right now, I'm located in Peru, but actually, I work with brands all around the world.
Okay. Now, don't you guys think there's one thing I just noticed here? Francois, French, Los Angeles. Then we got Elena, Peru. I'm based in the UK. I mean, look at where we are talking from. We're talking from like different people in different parts of the world, all here in the podcast together. So
that's totally amazing. But that's how we work. I can tell you a little more about OCC 24/7, but that's it. I mean, so OCC 24/7 has been created by 3 former employees of misterb&b. Elena was working for misterb&b, and misterb&b was very international because we had customers from all over the world. The CEO of OCC is in Belgium, you know. So in fact, we are providing expertise for Zendesk. Zendesk is a customer support tools, and also we are providing talents for customer support, for talent acquisition, for sales. We are a team of, I would say, more than 20 employees, but or customer are all over the world. That's and that's also what I when I'm take my misterb&b hats, that's what I like, because we are using OCC, of course, is that Elena, for example, she's working with customer from Asia, America, North America, Europe, Canada, and the consultant from OCC, they get an amazing experience about doing business on internet, because we are specialized in marketplace, of course, but all over the world, and we get used to work remotely, because we are working most of the time remotely with our customer, and it works very well. Yes.
And also, what I'm interested, from a Lingpad perspective is, can you imagine the different languages that you are engaging in? And also for me as well, I'm engaging with people who speak different languages. And that is the beauty of technology as well, that I think that, we at Lingpad help with is, irrespective of where your customers are. And I think we'll come to that example as well, Francois. We'll discuss about that a bit in detail about one of your clients as a case study. But no matter what language your client or your clients speak these days, it's a global world. You have to communicate in these different languages, isn't it?
Exactly. And I can say that Elena from Peru and the Peruvian team, they are very, very good in foreign language. I mean, you hear my French accent. But most of the guys in the OCC team, we don't understand. We don't hear we really don't hear, and the accent. What is still very important, and that what which is very amazing in Peru is, I would say, 100% of our employee has been in the United States for at least more than 1 year, because language is one side, cultural understanding is key, and that's what makes the difference. I mean, North America and South America, there is a lot of relationship. So because if you don't understand the culture of your customer, even if you speak the same language, it's going to be complicated. So that's also what is amazing with OCC. We have a team very international. They are traveling all over the world. I go twice a year to Lima to see the team. So we are exchanging, but also the team is traveling a lot, not only in the US but in Europe. And I can tell you that is key. That is helping a lot. Yeah.
You know, talking about different cultures, I'm here in the UK, and just across the channel there is France, and we know the difference it is in the cultures when you play football or when you play rugby between the two countries. So you can tell that. Okay. Next question is regarding OCC247 now. Tell us a bit more about that. You know, what is OCC247? What do you guys do? I mean, this is just for our audience to know as well. And there's something that I would want them to know, and when to reach out to you, or what is the right time for any company to reach out to you.
Elena, I think you can take this point.
It really varies a lot, because they can contact us before, during, and after Zendesk. Before, normally we help them to choose the right plan, the plan that fits their needs and their budget, of course, because as Francois said, we are mainly focused on startups. So we know that a budget, like the budget factor, is very, very important. Then during Zendesk, of course, we help them with the different products. So support, talk, guide, the help center. And then after Zendesk, well, we are kind of the main touch point for any question they have. So we keep adapting workflows, adapting I don't know, automations, triggers, and all those things. And yeah, basically they get to us via word of mouth, via our network, of course. And also because we are a Zendesk partner, we have this access to different brands, access to different startups, and mainly the word of mouth is the main source, because one good project just moves us to one second one and more and more.
Perfect. No, thank you for that. So for our listeners out there, if you have any Zendesk related queries, any Zendesk related questions, OCC247 would be your stop there to contact them. What we'll also do is, Elena and Francois, we'll put your links down in the description as well. So if they want to reach out to you, they'll directly reach out to you that way.
Cool. Great. Thank you.
The other thing as well that I have a question around is, now that we're talking about Zendesk, because a lot of our customers use Zendesk as a customer service platform as well. What is you see these days? What is the trend in customer service that a lot of customers are going towards? I know this keeps changing all the time, but recently there has been a lot of talk around certain topics. What is it that OCC247 finds that customers are coming to you and talking to you about in relation to customer service?
I mean, everyone has heard about ChatGPT.
Yes.
I mean, people are getting crazy about that, and definitely that's something big. So that is a trend. So the big trend today is I would say AI, and I can talk a little about it if you want, because for customer support, AI is of course translation. Elena, I will talk about it. We have customers who contact us, and you have a case, and it's chatbots.
Okay.
So a lot of projects are about chatbots, but just to start, I mean, some people feel that chatbots can completely replace the customer support, and which is totally a naive way of looking at these things. And for all AI, you can never fully replace the human experience, because at the end of the day, it's just a trained machine. Okay, so you need to have skilled people that are able to train the AI. So the strategy must be focused on bringing both human and machine intelligence together to craft a memorable experience for customer. So that's key, and that's what we are telling to our customer. Chatbot is very, very, very interesting, but it's more to automate conversion at scale. When you are scaling. And sometimes, as Elena was saying, we are working with a lot of startups. We have a portfolio, I think, of 50 startups. And some who are new, they want to start with chatbots. And we say, first, we need to build something strong. We need to work on your knowledge, on your skill, on your experience that will give the customer an amazing experience first, before going into AI, which is key. Everyone, we need to go into AI, no debate. But there are some steps, and if you don't follow the step, you will not build something useful, and you will bring something that will not respond to the customer needs, and that's bad. So yeah, yes, AI is a big trend. Maybe we'll talk about it after, and the step to succeed the AI projects. But we really need to explain to the customer that there are some steps to follow, and of course build the knowledge base but so first we start with Zendesk. Create a good usage of Zendesk, and then you're ready to move to AI. Yeah.
No, perfect. I think you put it. This is the answer that I get from absolutely everybody that I speak to, who says, how do you put AI and customer service together? It is not replacing the human at the end of the day, but it is complementing the skills of the human. So you're making people more efficient by using AI, and that's how we kind of see it as well. But no, spot on. It's good to hear that, you know, the trend is that AI is there to help you and not replace you. You know, so that's the fear factor that they have. But again, what you also hit the nail on the head there, Francois, which is the training. AI needs training. It is not something you plug in and it starts doing its job from day one onwards in the way that you want it to do. So, you know, in some cases, you will have to make sure you invest that time, and you have the skilled people to invest that time when it comes to implementation of AI. Okay. Give us some, and I did ask you this as well, you know, is there a sort of a live example? Because, you know, people like to hear about, stories are good up to a certain point, but do you have a good case study, like a live example of a client that you helped recently or in the past who has benefited from, say, AI and customer service, or the amalgamation of the two?
I can talk about misterb&b.
Okay.
So we are working on implementing AI.
Okay.
I would say it took some time, but we are very comfortable with. The first things we have done with OCC is helping us to do this implementation, and OCC was right. They told us, please build an amazing FAQ, because it's the starting points. I mean, FAQ is not a chat, but it's where you find response. And that's the first step. I mean, analyze the question of the customer and work on response. And the very good advice of OCC, they tell us, each time you have a ticket, you respond to the ticket, so it's a human who responds. Then give the link to the FAQ, a link to this response. And when read the link carefully before, and just check if what is in the FAQ respond to the customer question. And if it's not totally accurate, modify it. So you will have an amazing, accurate database of response. And first, that's incredible, because when we decide with OCC to be focused on FAQ, we already reduce the number of tickets, because we just figure out that our FAQ was so, I would say, efficient that people were reaching us less because they find some response. But FAQ is just a starting point, because there are some people, I'm maybe a bad example, but when I reach a customer support, I don't like FAQ because most of the time they are not very helpful. On misterb&b, yes, but most of the time they are not very helpful. So I want to chat and to speak to a human, because if the FAQ is not helpful, the chat will not be helpful. I'm sure about it. So I on the chat I say speak to a human. So directly they affect us to a customer support agent. Then yes, the second things. So the first AI I would say usage we have is that we analyze the customer search and if the customer doesn't find what he's looking for, at least with this search, we can directly affect the right agents to the customer, and we don't lose time, because you all know, especially when you take the phone and you have someone, you wait 10 minutes, and then the guy in the phone say, I cannot respond, sorry, let me pass through another one, and sometimes it cuts because you are waiting. It's crazy. So what is just amazing with AI is that they analyze the interaction, and then automatically they affect the right agent. So we will be able to respond to the user in one touch, because the main KPI we are looking for in customer support is satisfaction, of course, but one touch tickets. We want to reduce the number of interaction. A customer, when he reaches us, he wants a response, and he wants a response now in 24 hours, not. So AI really help to affect the right agents, and we are at this step right now, because what is very important in AI is to be able to exit. When you see that the AI, the chatbot, doesn't succeed to respond, you need to prepare the exits and to affect the tickets, the user, to the right agent. So now that we believe that we are kind of very good in exits, we are now in a knowledge based work, and we believe that next month we will be able to plug chatbots, because we'll already have the knowledge base, and we are building a team to make some tests. Will take time.
No, I think you've hit the nail on the head there, because this is exactly the same thing that I've heard as well, and we recommend as well that a lot of companies do, which is, if you want to make your customer service team a bit more efficient and reduce the number of tickets or reduce the number of inquiries that you're getting, get a nice help center or FAQs. There's nothing like it. You type in the words, you get an answer. Nothing like it for an experience for a customer, rather than, and just like you described, go into a chat, speak to a chat bot. In some cases, they don't have the exit properly. So you are repeating yourself over and over again. It takes you right to the beginning, and you said the same thing, and you come back to the same point. So I won't name any names, but recently I was trying to book some airline tickets somewhere, and this airline has got one of the worst chatbots that I've come across, which is not able to pinpoint the issues that I have. And I just keep going round and round and round, and it is painful. So no, you hit the nail on the head. Elena, do you have any other customer examples, any case studies that you want to share? So we got one from Francois. Do you have anything else that you'd like to share?
Yeah, I do. So actually, in that case, I would like to mention the brand for which we met. So as I say, with Lingpad. This is TruTrip. TruTrip is a corporate travel management website service. So, well, first with TruTrip, the thing is that we met them first for one project about Zendesk support. There we helped them to automate all the workflow, because they use Zendesk for many different things. So we create a whole workflow with as much automations as we could. And then, of course, classify the tickets, the views, all the workspace. Then after some months, they were happy with the first mission. So they reached out to us again for a second one, but now it was about Zendesk Guide. So the help center, right? What you said, they wanted to create a really relatable, really friendly help center. So the first part was to create, as Francois said as well, a good knowledge base, because then is where you can not only automate, but also localize the content.
Okay.
And I was talking about this with Hugh, the CEO of TruTrip, and he said one thing that for me was summarizes everything very well, which is that for them, this was not essential, but this was preferential. Because for sure, you can now connect with people in English all around the world. But in order to create a very welcoming brand, a brand that is very close and relatable for the customers, you need to offer them the service as they were in their hometown. So going back to the languages, that means to offer the support in the same language they are used to. So, well, this second mission was about that. That's what we work all around. And we helped them to now, more than having one help center only in English, now they have them published and live in different languages, which are Indonesian, Malay, Chinese, and of course, English. And from one, they are now into 4 different ways to support them. So that's a good thing, of course.
Good. No, thank you. I'm quite aware of that, but I thought it's quite good to share that as a real life example as well, because a lot of companies would learn from it as well. So, for the listeners out there, if you don't have a good help center or a good FAQ, then now's the time to invest some time in it. It does help with the customer experience. Another fact, Francois, I'm sure you'd probably know about this, but in France, these are some marketing statistics that we have. In France, about 50% of people don't buy anything online unless and until the website is in French. They don't prefer buying it from an English-speaking website. And similar behavior is also observed in Japan as well, where a lot of Japanese customers interact with Japanese websites rather than websites in other languages. So where you bring in the cultural aspect of things, this is where it comes in. So
definitively, that's funny, your example, because that's the beginning of our discussion. Culture.
Yeah.
I mean, culture is key. I have the experience because so one of my company, misterb&b, is a travel company. So we have users all over the world. I can tell you that we have specialized team in parts of the world because we need to respond to the culture. There are very different way. Just a small example, but that's very, very, very basic. But in the US, you need to respond very quickly. I mean, it's action reaction.
Okay.
Maybe in Europe, depending on the urgency and so on, the tone of voice is different. Also, that's funny when I see the different team. Again, in the US, it's very, hey, how are you? I love you, amazing, because this is how we love to interact.
Yeah.
In Europe, it will be a little less emotive, but very more I would say academic. I am exaggerating a little, but culture is key. The way we talk to understand. So I totally understand those numbers. I mean, we want to speak with someone who understands I want to speak with someone who understands me. And sometimes I can tell you when the call center bring you to a team very far away, I don't feel always comfortable because I'm not sure they will understand my needs. That's not because they are far away. I mean, and we do it because OCC 24/7 we have we provide talents, but the talent we provide the customer we hire them together, and we make sure that they understand the culture of the company we are working with, which is the basic, but it's important. If not, you will not be able to help, or the quality will not be as good as we expect. Yeah, sure.
And again, who's going to train culture to AI now? That is a topic in itself that we can spend hours talking on. So, okay. So that brings us to the end of the podcast. But before you guys go, I have got some trivia questions for you. Okay. I've got 5 questions, and they are would you rather questions. So I'll read the question out, and then Francois, you can answer first, and Elena, you answer second, okay? And they have to be quick answers. You don't have time to think, okay? Whatever comes to your mind first. Okay, so my first question is, would you rather be the first person to explore the planet or be the inventor of a drug that cures a deadly disease?
Yeah, Francois, you first.
No, you can go first. I know what you will respond. Go, Elena.
Yeah, the second one. I prefer to find this discovery to help the people. Yeah.
Francois, what about yourself?
The second one, and the funny thing is, thank you for the question, because and Elena is part of the project at OCC. We are helping non-governmental association in Peru, and that's so funny because that's why I told Elena to respond, because this is part of engagement in Peru, and sure. So,
no, I know Elena does the voluntary work there, so we have discussed about that. Okay,
cool.
Next question. Now, this is a bit fun. So, would you rather have unlimited international first-class tickets, or would you never have to pay for your food at any restaurant?
Food.
I respond first. I'm the French guy. Never had to pay, because travel for me, food is one of the number one things I'm looking for. Yeah. So I don't care about first class. Food, local food. I take it.
Okay.
Elena?
Yeah, me the same. I said the same, food.
Okay. Right. Third question. Would you rather be able to see behind every closed door, or would you rather be able to guess the combination of a safe in the first try? Is a superpower. If there was a superpower, what would you like? To be able to see behind every closed door, or be able to guess the combination of a safe in the first try?
Elena?
I mean, I don't care about any of those, but I care less about the doors, to see behind the doors, so I will go for the second.
Okay, so I will take the first.
First one is to be able to see behind those. Okay, fair enough. I won't ask you why, but okay. Okay, the next one is about travel as well. So here we go. So would you rather travel the world on a shoestring budget, on a very small budget, or would you live in one country and live in luxury?
No debate for me. Sorry, Elena. Each time I start first, but travel all the world, and I mean, it's good to travel with a short budget, because at least you see the real world. If you are in luxury hotel, okay, but what do you encounter? Elena, maybe I'm curious to see what you. What is yours?
The first option for sure. I prefer to be a backpacker than living a luxury life. Yeah, okay. Backpacker all around the world. That's my goal.
You need to find a question where Elena and me, we are not agreeing, because right now we are 100% in the same page. What's going on?
Hey, that's probably because you guys think the same way here. Okay, last question. I've got the last question here now. Would you rather be able to control animals, not humans, okay? Just animals with your mind, or control electronics with your mind? What would you like? What power would you like? Okay, Elena, you can go first.
Do I go first or Francois?
Yeah, you're first.
You go
Okay,
first.
then I'm vegan, so I prefer to leave the animals by themselves. So I will go to control the electronics.
Okay, and Francois?
Same. Electronics. Yeah.
I failed to find a question where you guys could answer differently. But hey, do you know what? Thank you so much.
Great minds think alike.
Oh, yes, it does. Yeah. So thank you again. I really appreciate your time. So please keep in touch and we'll continue doing our podcast. Thank you for watching this video in our podcast series. Please do let us know in the comments whether you like the video or if you have any suggestions. We have an amazing list of guests lined up for you in the coming few weeks. Please do like and subscribe to our channel. Thank you and see you soon.